What is going down, YouTube? This is Sin with Vengeance, and I am back here with some more MLB 15, the show, Chicago Cubs franchise. And today is the regular season finale against the Milwaukee Brewers there at Miller Park. And we're going to do a little pregame like I've been doing with all of my franchises to keep you guys up to date on what is going around the MLB, around the NFL, around the NCAA, and all that good stuff. So what are you guys most intrigued about? I'm probably going to guess the standings. Like I said, this is the regular season finale. So we're going to go around the league, every division, one by one, give you guys a little bit of a rundown. 92 and 69. We have the Nationals at 84 and 77. We have the Marlins at 82 and 79. The Braves at 81 and 80. And the Phillies at 104 losses. That's pretty bad. 57 wins. They're not going to make the playoffs or anytime soon right there. We're going to the National League Central, and we have our Chicago Cubs at 95 and 66, looking for their 96th win. We have the Brewers looking at they get the second, one of the first wild card spots at 90 and 71. So both teams have secured a playoff spot. So I wouldn't say this game is completely meaningless. So it might have some meaning behind it because these two teams might meet in the postseason. Then we have the St. Louis Cardinals at 85 and 76. We have the Pirates at 81 and 80, and we have the Cincinnati Reds at the bottom at 65 and 96. So in the National League West, we have the Dodgers at 92 and 69. We have the Padres at 85 and 76. The Giants at 82 and 79. The Diamondbacks at 77 and 84, and the Colorado Rockies at 64 and 97. We did face the Dodgers early on in the regular season. It looks like they've kind of tailed off a bit. As you see right here, the Cubs are 8 and 2 of their last 10, where the Dodgers are 5 and 5 in their last 10. So it kind of just helped later on in the season where the Cubs just got hot and the Dodgers got cold. So it looks like we have the best record in the National League. But that really doesn't mean a whole lot because I remember, especially coming from the Cubs aspect, yes, we do like the fact that we can get home field. But taking this into perspective, the last time we had home field advantage throughout the postseason, we lost in the first round in the NLDS against, I think it was the Diamondbacks back in 2008. So we're going to check out the wild card standings, and this one is actually really shocking. There is a two-way tie between the Padres and Cardinals for that final spot, and these two teams, I do not think they play each other, but if they both win, I guess they're going to have a one-game playoff to see who makes it. But I think the Nationals are still in contention. If they win and the Padres and Cardinals lose, there could be a three-way tie. I don't know how that's going to work out, but you can say it's pretty much safe to say that it's probably going to come down to, I think, their divisional records or something else in there. Three-way ties probably going to be no bueno for us. So we're going to take a look at the American League now, as we had the Yankees at 86 and 75. We have the Red Sox right behind them at 85 and 76. The Blue Jays at 81 and 80. The Orioles at 79 and 82, and the Rays at the bottom at 71 and 90. And then we go to the National League, and we have the Cleveland Indians going to the playoffs at 92 and 69. The Tigers at 78 and 83. Yeah, I said that kind of wrong, or I said it right, but I said it fucked up. But anyway, we have the White Sox at 77-84. We have the Royals at 74-87, and the Twins at 67 and 94. Pretty weak division, so it looks like the Indians won this in pretty much a landslide. Surprised by the Royals that they were so bad this year, considering how good they usually are in defense. I mean, yeah, they don't have much for power, but everything else, it's like, this kind of shocks me. Usually pitching and defense is usually what wins you games, and that's how the Royals did it last year. How far they got into the World Series, Game 7 of the World Series. I know only ended up losing to Mad Bum, but it looks like they just kind of tailed off this year. They may have had some injuries along the way that kind of held them back, but who knows. So we go to the AL West. We have the Athletics at 94 and 67. We have the Astros getting a playoff spot at 92 and 69. We have the Angels at 83 and 78. The Rangers at 78 and 83. And the Mariners at 66 and 95. So this is going to be an interesting playoff scenario for the National League, as well as both teams here have the playoff spot. The Yankees have not clinched the division yet. That's all I know. So if the Red Sox win, Yankees lose, it's a one-game playoff to clinch that division. So this is not 100% final yet. You're going to see the bracket before the first playoff game next, which I will tell you guys what I'm going to plan on doing for the playoffs. I plan on showing every single game, but maybe not like 10 to 15 minute videos that you guys are used to expecting. Like I'm going to do game 1 as scheduled, probably about 10 to 15 minutes or a little bit longer than that depending on the situations. But as it stands, games 2, 3, and maybe 4 depending on the situation. If it's like a 2-1 lead, I might just cut that video down to like 4 or 5 minutes. Game clinching games and series starters are going to be your longest games. So we have our season leaders here. We have Freddie Freeman, who leads the National League in batting average at .325. We have Matt Carpenter. Why did I say Joey Votto? Matt Carpenter, I'm dumb. Has 181 hits. At bats goes to JJ LeMahieu. I cannot say that name correctly. But he has the most at-bats in the National League. But he has had a pretty rough season considering how many at-bats he's had. Doesn't look like he has that many walks. Not really something that I would be proud of as a manager. But, I mean, what can you do? We have doubles goes to Jason Hayward. Triples, Yasiel Puig. Home runs, Anthony Rizzo. And look at this. Chris Bryant's up there in the top as well at 34. Giancarlo Stanton and Troy Tulowitzki are right in front of him. And you see Lucas Duda with 33. Ryan Braun, 32. Matt Kemp, 30. Mark Trumbo, 30. So those are your big home run hitters. Looks like there's only going to be, out of this top 5 list, only 1 or 2 players are going to make the playoffs. The RBIs, Anthony Rizzo. Then you got Curtis Granderson, Mark Trumbo, Troy Tulowitzki, Ryan Braun. So Ryan Braun obviously has his team in the playoffs too. You got Anthony Rizzo leading the NL in runs. Stolen bases goes to Ben Revere. Billy Hamilton tied with him as well. Pretty obvious situation right there. Both players are really good on the base pads. Eric Young Jr. right there, right behind them at 44. And walks goes to Lucas Duda. Right behind him is Anthony Rizzo. Anthony Rizzo should be in line for MVP. We're going to see that in a second here. We got slugging percentage going to Paul Goldschmidt, and Anthony Rizzo right behind him. OPS, Paul Goldschmidt, and then you see Anthony Rizzo third and behind Freddie Freeman. Just a 100 or 1/10, 0.01 points behind him. And pitching wins goes to Clayton Kershaw, 22-4 with 1.69 ERA. Travis Wood right behind him at 18-6 with a 2.11. So both pitchers having a great year. Zach Greinke, 18-8, 2.57. Dodgers are a threatening team in the playoffs. Losses goes to Doug Fister with the least amount of losses, along with Clayton Kershaw, with both pitchers having 4 losses. And we got saves goes to Hector Rondon with 52 saves. Really good year for Hector Rondon. We just need him to continue that in the postseason. He's pitched in 67 games, 47 holds, 15 earned runs, 16 walks. Pretty solid year. ERA, Clayton Kershaw, obviously. Least home runs given up this year goes to Jordan Lyles, who hasn't had the greatest year, but it doesn't really matter. Shout out to Adam Wainwright, Clayton Kershaw, Matt Latos, Steven Strasburg, and James Shields on the top of that list. Strikeouts, Clayton Kershaw. Complete games, Adam Wainwright leads that with 9. Kershaw right behind him. Innings pitched, Clayton Kershaw, Zach Greinke, and Max Scherzer on the top 3. Same. Why is D. Gordon on this list? He did not pitch 230 innings. That must be a glitch. Walks, Bronson Arroyo has walked the least amount of hitters this year. Whip, Clayton Kershaw. And that wraps up the National League. You see Miguel Cabrera leading just about everything. Ibar with at-bats. Lorenzo Cain doubles. Justin Reggiano with triples. Mike Trout home runs with 51 home runs. Leading all of baseball with home runs. That is quite the statistic. And RBIs, Mike Trout, obviously the best player in baseball. Jose Bautista in runs. Stolen bases, Starling Marte. Mike Trout, base on balls, 103. Mike Trout. Mike Trout. Jesse Hahn. Gavin Floyd with the losses. Saves Houston Street. He's one behind Rondon. ERA, Chris Sale. Doesn't have the run support. 13-12 record, but a 2.43. I mean, he doesn't get run support. Home runs allowed. Joe Kelly has given up 12 home runs. That's the least amount in the American League. You got shutouts going to Sonny Gray. Pretty good pitcher. Just, you know, sometimes he has like 1 or 2 bad starts, looks like. Strikeouts, Masahiro Tanaka. Innings pitched, Corey Kluber. That's pretty interesting. 230 innings pitched for him this year. He put in a lot of work. Jeremy Guthrie, walks, the least amount of walks this year. Whip, Masahiro Tanaka. And that wraps up that. So we're going to go to awards now. And I know this is taking a little bit, but this is the regular season finale, and I want you guys to see who is actually going to win the MVP. And it looks like, why? That must be an error too. Eddie Butler? No, that's Clayton Kershaw. Those are Clayton Kershaw stats, bro. Eddie Butler's not anywhere on that list. He would have been on the list. No, that's Clayton Kershaw. Clayton Kershaw's going to win MVP, guys. There's a couple of glitches in this game. Anthony Rizzo's right behind him in the race. And then you see Troy Tulowitzki. Obviously, Cy Young is going to go to not this guy, but Clayton Kershaw. I don't know why they have him as Eddie Butler. Freddie Freeman goes to the batting title with him. Victor Nerlis from the Philadelphia Phillies. Actually, there's a lot of glitches. Why are they showing all these glitches? That's not who whose stats those are. Those are my pitcher stats. Those are Hector Rondon's. Chris Bryant, Rookie of the Year. Jorge Soler right behind him. Paul Goldschmidt, Hank Aaron Award. Gold Glove, pitcher Cole Hamels. Jared Saltalamacchia. Freddie Freeman. Alberto Callaspo. Nolan Arendo. Andre Trollon Simmons. I don't know. I can't pronounce shit. Curtis Granderson. Juan Largis. Lugargis. Nick Markakis. Yadier Molina. Paul Goldschmidt. Neil Walker. Anthony Rendon. Troy Tulowitzki. Andrew McCutchen. Yasiel Puig. Jason Hayward. And there's no postseason awards yet, so AL MVP Mike Trout. Cy Young. Jesse Crane? Really? Okay. Miguel Cabrera. Cesar Ramos. They got Bonilla, Liza Levaderto, Bonilla. We got Mike Trout. Phil Hughes as the Gold Glove. Brian McCann. Mark Teixeira, Dustin Pedroia, Manny Machado, Jose Iglesias, Delmian Young, Adam Jones, and Kevin Kiermaier. And then we got Silver Slugger. We got Eric Kratz, Miguel Cabrera, Dustin Pedroia, Adrian Beltre, Jose Reyes, Mike Trout, Jose Bautista, Hanley Ramirez. So that's going to wrap up your little postseason preview and all that stuff. I'm going to try and maybe... I know you guys are not fans of big games or whatever, but I'm going to be ready for this game against the Brewers. I hope you guys enjoyed this little pregame. I know it was like almost 15 minutes, but hey, I mean, you guys want to keep. I want you guys to keep up to date with the franchise, what's going on around the league, and all that good stuff. But I will see you guys in the game. So we are here in Milwaukee for the regular season finale, as the 95-66 Chicago Cubs are going to take on the 90-71 Milwaukee Brewers. And this game does have kind of no meaning. I mean, yes, we've already secured home field for the playoffs, and the Brewers have already secured their playoff spot as well. So I guess I can't say this game is completely meaningless, because there's really nothing to play for except for pretty much bragging rights, and possibly, these two teams could possibly meet in the postseason, considering that we're the best team in the National League and they are a wild card. And they had to play the one-game playoff against either St. Louis or San Diego. But it is a possibility that we could possibly get matched up with the Brewers in the NLDS. So this is kind of like a little possible preview, so to speak. You take a look at our lineup. we're going to be probably running with that lineup the entire postseason. You take a look at Matt Garza, 8-9, 3.91 ERA. Has kind of an average season. Not the greatest, but not the worst that I've seen from Matt Garza. But take a also look at the Brewers defensively. Really good team all around in this game. As you see, we're in the top of the first inning. Anthony Rizzo at the plate. He is in line to possibly win a lot of awards. He's in line to win. He's in the running for MVP. Obviously, that's probably going to be given to Clayton Kershaw, but that's something that I'm not too worried about. I'm worried about winning championships and helping build this team. This team is still very young. Yes, we may have the best record in the National League or in the entire MLB in Major League Baseball, but that doesn't mean anything come the postseason. It could all just go right out the window with just 1 or 2 bad games. And you know, we've had a pretty easy schedule this year. We played the AL Central, which isn't really the strongest in this game. You had bad teams in the American League, like the Royals, the White Sox, the Tigers, the Twins. They're kind of everybody else in that division besides the Indians was kind of bad. And as you saw that in the standings, you know, it kind of just made our schedule just a little bit easier. But we're gonna try and, you know, prove the critics wrong, try and break the curse of the Billy Goat, and try and win a World Series for the first time since 1908. I don't know. I'm not gonna throw all my eggs in one basket. No. I'm gonna do this like what Theo has basically planned. Just build this team slowly, bring up some players, draft good ones, and possibly like just build a dynasty with this team. This team has a lot of potential, and I feel like this team could just go very, very far. I am going to be playing every single postseason game. Every video that you see in the playoffs may not be as long as these, but as long as you guys get to see every bit of the action, I will not leave you guys in the dust for any of these postseason games that I will be in. Whether the series is 3 games in the NLDS or 7 games in the NLCS, or even, you know, it doesn't matter the length of the series. There will be a video out for each playoff game, and I'm hoping to get you guys those out as soon as I possibly can. I'm gonna be playing MLB The Show pretty much all week until I, you know, have school or work. When I'm not doing schoolwork, I'm probably gonna be playing MLB The Show, because I really want to get these postseason games out to you guys. You guys deserve them. You guys have been showing your support on these. You guys have been amazing. As you see, we're in the 5th inning. Cubs up 1-0. Arrieta throwing us a no-hitter so far. We do have the error on, or not the error on the board. The Milwaukee Brewers do. But later on in the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th, Adam Lind at the plate. And this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Jorge Soler overruns the ball originally, tries to get back, and kind of just messes up the play. They're going to count that as an error, but look at the throw by Starling Castro over to Bryant at third, getting the play to go at third. Got Adam Lind. He's kind of a tanker. He's not anybody that was like really like Billy Hamilton fast, but you know what I mean. He's to still make that play is quite amazing. But you see Scooter Gennett thrown out by quite a lot. And we have a no-hitter through 5. Another no-hitter, yeah. And it's kind of weird for me to say this because I've been doing that a lot lately. You know, just having really good pitching performances. You see Chris Bryant strikes out to end that threat. As you see, we are in the 6th now. Arrieta still pitching a really good game. As you see, we get a little blooper here. Anthony Rizzo overruns the bag, but he gets it back. And now we have a no-hitter through 6. And now here comes Jonathan Broxton, the former LA Dodger. And here comes Miguel Montero. First pitch that Jonathan Broxton is going to throw. This is a little funny in a way because I've never seen this happen in MLB The Show but until this year, which makes it kind of realistic, but at the same time it's like, oh wow, you know, I can't believe they actually implemented it in this game. But Miguel Montero hits a solo home run to make it 2-0 off Jonathan Broxton on his very first pitch that he comes into, and they're going to take him out immediately. The managers Ned Yost is just like, nope, you are going right out of the game. I did not like that. You can sit down. And if Broxton would have gotten the out, I guarantee you Brandon Kinsler wouldn't be in the game right now. But as it stands, the Brewers just were like, hey, I'm not having it. Ned Yost is like, sit down. As you see, Starlin Castro gets the hit in the center field, and he's putting in work this year. He may not have had the best year out in the field as always, but I mean, he did his job. He did his job at the plate, and I can't really ask for more from Starlin Castro. All I can ask for is just don't mess up entirely. But you see, Javier Baez even gets one through Segura at shortstop for a base hit, and now they're going to pull Kinsler off the mound too, and here comes Chris Perez. They've used 3 pitchers already this inning. As you see, Dexter Fowler with 1 out, the 3-0 count, pulls the Cardinals sin, grounding out to a 5-4-3 DP with a 3-0 count, and that looked like it could have been ball 4. So big no-no right there from Dexter Fowler. But here in the 7th, we got a nice little dribbler up the near center field, but Addison Russell with that speed at second base able to get that one and throw Braun out. So 7 no-hit innings from Jake Arrieta, who I think could any pitcher could go out and throw a no-hitter any day. You just don't know. But if anybody's that guy to do it on the Cubs, it is Arrieta. I think he has the potential to do that. He's a great pitcher, and I think he's found a nice, comfortable home in Chicago where he can finally, get his career taking off. And this is just amazing what he's been doing in this game alone. You see Chris Bryant striking out again, but now with 2 outs, 7 2/3 inning, here's Scooter Gennett. Now wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. And you could have thought for a second that Jorge Soler's dive would have made an effort, but unfortunately for Jake Arrieta and Jorge Soler and the Cubs, Scooter Gennett does break the no-hitter. But I do have faith in Jake Arrieta. He is not even tired. Well, he's getting there, but 86 pitches through 8 innings. That is really good. So I'm not even upset that the no-hitter is lost. Let's just see if he can finish the job, which I honestly think he can. Jake Arrieta is not a guy who goes out there and gets rattled after losing a no-hitter. He just wants to go out there and win the game. Now a 2-2 count for Carlos Gomez, and a swing and a miss on a slider on the outside corner, and that is going to wrap up this ball game. Cubs win 2-0 against the Milwaukee Brewers, taking 2 out of 3 in this series, and 96-66 on the season. Ladies and gentlemen, that is amazing. The Cubs haven't won this many games since probably like 2008. And we are getting ready for the postseason. We do have to await the winner of the Milwaukee Brewers and either the San Diego Padres or the St. Louis Cardinals. Both teams are fighting for that final wild card spot. And there will be a video on that shortly. We will hope to get Game 1 of the NLDS underway as soon as we possibly can, and I cannot wait for the postseason, ladies and gentlemen. We only gave up 1 hit. The Cubs are going in hot, like really hot. This team is scary in the playoffs. And one thing about the postseason that's always holds true: the team that goes in the playoffs the hottest will always come out on top. And that same thing happened with the Giants and Royals last year. Either team could have won the World Series. Madison Bumgarner came in and did a great job that entire postseason. He put in work. He was hot throughout the entire postseason. And, the hottest team will come out on top. But as you see right here, thank you guys so much for watching. Can't wait for the postseason. And until next time, my name is Sin with Vengeance. And I cannot wait. Until then, peace.